Sound Remedy
with Danny D.
Only on Sonic Scout.
We are back. Welcome to the Sound Remedy with me, Danny D. We're going to be taking you through the next 60 minutes with the Cure to the Common playlist. And wowee, have we got another show lined up for you? It's always wonderful coming together with you all to go on this sonic journey and to discover some of these amazing artists with you all. Now, regular listeners are going to know every single week we do Sound Remedy Song of the Week. I open it out to everybody to throw in votes, ideas. I talk with pals of mine about it, other presenters, other curators, and usually it is incredibly tight. Very, very tight. This time around, it's the tightest it's ever been. It's never been tighter. We have got, for the first time in Sound Remedy history, we have got a Sound Remedy Song of the Week tie. Yeah, that is how tight it was. So we are more than happy to bring you both Songs of the Week. Sound Remedy Songs of the Week, my goodness. And I tell you something, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter every time. And we have had some very tight fought battles in previous shows. Well, we couldn't just give it to one. It had to be both of them. So we're going to be kicking you off with that very soon. We're going to be introducing you and reintroducing you to a whole bunch of new artists. Some artists that we featured previously on other shows. One of them, we were going to do a bit of a takeover and like an interview and stuff like that. Time difference is real, man. I got to tell you. So unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. We're hoping we might be able to do it on a future upcoming episode. And for fans of Sonic Scout Radio generally, are probably going to be more aware of some of the huge changes that we're seeing, massive additions in the app. If you're listening online on the website, huge shout out to you. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you go ahead and download the Sonic Scout Radio app because there is going to be all kinds of exclusive content. We're going to be branching out with some of the longer versions of takeovers, specials and things like that for the Sound Remedy. So we're going to be doing some Sound Remedy specials exclusively for the listeners on the app, but there are a whole bunch more different features that are now open to app users. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and download the Sonic Scout Radio app on iOS or Android, and we'll see you on the app very, very soon for some more exclusive Sound Remedy and Sonic Scout Radio content. And you can always hit me up at TSR Danny D on the socials, Instagram and TikTok. Email me directly, danny@sonicscoutradio.com if you want to direct me towards your stuff. But if you are submitting music, make sure you go ahead and do that through the app too. We're moving pretty much everything over to the app. So while it's great to have people online on the website, make sure you come and check us out on the app if you haven't done so already. And as always, we are going to be kicking you off with Sound Remedy Songs of the Week. This was a tie between two incredible artists that we are more than happy to feature again on the Sound Remedy. And kicking you off with the more kind of upbeat, if not a bit dreamy, kind of electro, synthwave, synth pop vibes of the incredible Sam Leo. We were so fortunate to feature Flickers last week as the closeout song to the Sound Remedy. And I've said this before. How many times, because we love to save the bangers for the end of the show, right? We love to do that. How many times has the final song got Sound Remedy Song of the Week? Big shout out and massive congratulations to Sam Leo. This is her latest single, Flickers, which was released just about a month ago now. My goodness, where's it going? It's going too fast, ain't it? Huge shout out and congratulations to Sam Leo winning one of the Sound Remedy Song of the Week. For this week, we're going to be kicking you off with the wonderful Flickers by the incredible Sam Leo.
We're
Sam Leo and the awesome Flickers. Closing out last week, kicking off this week as the number one Sound Remedy song of the week. One of two this week, because it couldn't have been any tighter. It was the first Sound Remedy song of the week tie in history. Shout out to Sam Leo, the wonderful Flickers. And if you want to catch up with Sam Leo, she is on Insta, Sam Leo, all one word, SAMLEOH. If you want to catch up with Sam Leo on Insta, you can find Flickers on all of the big streamers, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Amazon, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora, Boomplay, all of that good stuff. So make sure you go ahead, support Flickers, support this wonderful breakout artist. And we're so happy to feature Sam on this week's Sound Remedy 2. And looking forward to hearing more of your stuff, hopefully very, very soon in the future. Regular Sound Remedy listeners know we like to kind of mix it up a little bit in terms of genres. We don't really let ourselves be pigeonholed by genres. I'm very much like that in my personal life. When I was making songs, I was trying to bend genres and mix it all up a little bit. And we certainly do that on the Sound Remedy. This show is no exception. We wander about a bit. 1 minute you're floating in a warm, mellow daydream. The next you're sprinting onto an indie dance floor like someone spilled your orange juice. And that is the beauty of eclecticism. Great music doesn't stay in one lane, and neither do we. So huge shout out to Sam Leo kicking off this week's Sound Remedy. And Sam's bio simply says, in orbit, and we can definitely see you staying there for quite some time yet.
Your weekly cure to the common playlist.
Well, your weekly cure to the common playlist has kicked off in style once again, everybody. You lucky, lucky listeners. I'm lucky too, I gotta tell you, I'm lucky. I'm so fortunate to have discovered some of the amazing artists that we've been able to feature recently. And I tell you what, they just keep on coming. Now, this second Sound Remedy song of the week from last week is going to an artist who is seriously causing some waves right now. They are out there, and this song particularly is resonating far and wide. We were so happy to have brought it to you last week on the Sound Remedy, and it was absolutely nothing between Sam Leo in this next song in terms of who people were putting forward for Song of the Week. Now, the next artist that we're going to be featuring is known as a mesmerizing UK-based artist. They enchant their audiences with heart-stopping falsetto and captivating melodies, and that is exactly what they do with the next song that we're about to play for you. Now, his bio says his experimental fusion of pop, folk, and electronica reveals his prowess as a singer, songwriter, and producer. Sire's emotive songs explore human nature, offering a fresh perspective on life's challenges. Now, Sire has been around the block, debuting with the single Shadows back in 2018, 7 years ago. I'm going to keep talking about how quick it's going. This is one of the joys of getting older. It just goes faster. Even though I speak to younger people and they tell me the same thing. So apparently we're all going through it right now. Sire's bio says that with dedication and passion, he aims to share his heartfelt melodies and spirited lyrics, helping listeners navigate life's complexities. Huge shout out to Sire as the joint winner of Sound Remedy Song of the Week. This is the fantastic Cornerstone by Sire.
Last night when you turned and walked away, felt like someone jumping up and down upon my grave. I didn't know what to say when the only word I needed then was stay. So while you were sleeping, I made a pact. I made a pact. And let me tell you, darling, I need you back. I need you back. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. Fight through the wind and snow. Please pick up the telephone and let me tell you that you're my cornerstone, cornerstone. See your shadow in the morning light. Every step I take, no one feels wrong and never right. Tracing every step that we made, and I'd give the world to hold you once again. While you were sleeping, I made a pact. I made a pact. Let me tell you, darling, I need you back. I need you back. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. Fight through the wind and snow. Please pick up the telephone and let me tell you that you're my cornerstone, 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 cornerstone.
Sire and the wonderful Cornerstone. And wowee, I tell you something, we don't really usually kick off Sound Remedy episodes with slower songs, but what a song to play at the start of the show. And huge, massive congratulations to Sire for co-winning Sound Remedy Song of the Week alongside Sam Leo with the incredible Flickers. And I tell you something, those two songs, both joint topping the charts of the Sound Remedy, kind of shows you the diverse range that we like to play in the show, right? We've got Sam Leo kicking off with that dreamy synth wave kind of synth pop vibe. We then just switch it up to the incredible ballad, those arpeggios and wonderful falsetto harmonies of Sire, the emotive Cornerstone, which I know is absolutely doing phenomenally well at the moment, resonating far and wide, and long may it continue to do so. And if you want to catch up with Sire, S-A-E-R is how you're going to be spelling Sire's name, Sire_music, on pretty much all of the big socials. Go ahead and support Cornerstone at all of the big streamers, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your music. Go ahead and support Sire, and hopefully a lot more still to come from this wonderful artist who we are so happy to feature again. Massive shout out to Sire and huge congratulations to you for co-winning Sound Remedy Song of the Week. Massive, massive love at you, Sire.
Only on Sonic Scout.
Well, I feel like we've already kind of been on a bit of a sonic journey, and that journey is just getting started. You know, we like to kick off with a bit of energy on the Sound Remedy, and we did slow it down in honor of the wonderful Cornerstone winning Sound Remedy Song of the Week. We are going to pick the pace up just a little bit once again with this phenomenal artist that reached out to me via email and said, I think I've got the sound remedy. I'm paraphrasing. I kind of put it into those words myself. Fly South said they had listened to the show. They felt that the sound remedy would benefit from some of Fly South's material, particularly from his new EP, the second EP that Fly South has released in 2025, This World, which showcases two distinct flavors of breakbeat. Now, we were at one point going to get Fly South in to do a bit of a takeover and kind of go through both of the tracks on the EP and talk a bit about them and stuff like that. We struggled to kind of time it right and stuff, so there could still be scope to do that. And potentially a Sonic Scout Radio app exclusive, because there's going to be a whole bunch of exclusive stuff for in-app listeners only. If you haven't downloaded yet, make sure you go ahead and do so. Now, it was a really tough choice between the two songs from the This World EP, between Burn For You, which I absolutely love. Burn For You is described as a fast-paced ride with tight, punchy percussion, snarling bass lines, swirling arps, and sliding, spooky synths, all topped by a gritty, soulful vocal asking to burn in the passionate fires of love. Oof. Listeners are like, what, and you're not playing that song? That's the song we're not playing. I know, right? This is how good this EP is. It was a tough choice. The song that we're going to be playing for you, This World, is a contemplative, moody offering with an infectiously bouncy bass line, layers of harmonious Prophet 08 chords, and sobering vocal chops that raise questions about what success means in a world that isn't as it's supposed to be. Oh, yeah. We're playing the bangers for you, baby. Don't forget.
Sonic Scout Radio.
Now, Fly South says that though its tracks are at opposing ends of an energy spectrum, This World shows that the only way to work through the emotions of either end is to dance unabashedly in this sonic universe. Come on, make sure you support this release. This is the phenomenal This World by Fly South.
Like this. Success is measured in your happiness. Because if you ain't happy, it don't mean nothing. When you grow up and you find out and you go, damn, I'm messed up in some ways, I don't understand. You got to research and say, why? Everybody measures success in
the phenomenal Fly South and This World, title track of the This World EP, which we are fortunate to be able to share that with you. And I tell you what, it's eclectic, even though there are, like Fly South puts it so well himself, opposite ends of the spectrum. It was such a tough call between Burn For You and This World to play on the Sound Remedy. We went with This World in the end. I'm hoping we get a chance to actually speak with Zach, aka Fly South, and do a bit more of an in-depth, a bit more of a deep dive into the EP, as well as what Zach's got going on in the pipeline, what's coming next from Fly South. But I know that you can catch Fly South around LA doing lots of different bits and pieces. Fly South has been on the scene for a while, doing festivals and gigs and shows and all of that kind of stuff, radio. So make sure you don't miss a beat. Catch up with Fly South. You can also find Fly South on Instagram, Fly South, all one word, _music, aka Zach Reisler. Big shout out to you, Fly South. Thank you so much, Zach, for sharing that with the Sound Remedy. The Cure to the Common playlist, right? We are bringing these fresh new sounds to you. And what a fresh new sound that is. We absolutely love it. I love when I first stuck that song on, it's got that kind of two-step. This is why I think I went with it, Zach, because I used to love that kind of two-step. I used to love that whole two-step scene. So I was absolutely feeling it. It's got like a jazzy element to it, kind of some retro stuff going on. The sample's wonderful. The message is deep and the vibe is right. So big shout out to you, Fly South, and we're up to hear more of your stuff very soon on the only station dedicated to unsigned artists and emerging talent, Sonic Scout Radio.
Only on Sonic Scout.
Where the Cure to the Common playlist is well and truly in effect. We had joint winners of last week's Sound Remedy Song of the Week. Make sure you get your votes in, because one vote would have made all the difference, right? But big shout out to Sam Leo and to Saya, kicking off the show with Fly South, and what a beautiful introduction that is, I'm sure, to a bunch of people. They're going to be going ahead and checking out more of Fly South stuff from the This World EP, the title track, This World. And we are going to switch it up a little bit on you again with the next artist that we're fortunate enough to feature. Now, regular listeners know every week I'm out there, I'm searching through what's out there, who's emerging, who are the unsigned gems that maybe haven't had the spotlight that they deserve yet. And, you know, people are going to submit their stuff directly, and that's fantastic. But I'm out there scouting, right? This is what we do at Sonic Scout. We're out there scouting for the new unsigned thing. And I stumbled upon this song, and I was like, whoa, I love this. Now, regular listeners know we love the filmic stuff. We love the kind of cinematic stuff. And we've had it on I think last week's show was probably the most filmic show that we've had so far. The whole show could have just soundtracked a movie, right? That's how it. But when I listened to this song, this next song we're going to play for you, I was like, this has definitely got that vibe about it. Now, Logan Justice crafts indie folk that feels both deeply familiar and breathtakingly expansive. He tells us that he was born and grown in Hong Kong and based in Los Angeles, California. Logan has found a sound in the folk landscape by combining traditional folk sensibilities with the emotional weight of full amplified band arrangements. His sound has drawn comparisons with artists like Sufjan Stevens, Fleet Foxes, Jose Gonzalez, and early Bombay Bicycle Club. Come on! Now, I absolutely loved this song when I first heard it. I reached out to Logan and I was like, I've got to get you on the Sound Remedy. Logan was more than happy to submit. We had a bit of a chat. He sent me some more information about him. And I've got to tell you, what an introduction it's been for me to this artist. And I hope you're going to love him as much as I do. Now, this is actually Logan's first single. This is his debut. So we are so fortunate to bring this to you. A Sound Remedy exclusive. Sound Remedy exclusive. This song is a triumphant epic, described by one listener as feeling like driving down an endless open highway. I got that, Logan. I totally got that. Now, Logan Justice told me that this track was written, produced, and mixed by him in his own bedroom studio, using the instruments and tools he had available to him, and featuring a soaring string melody layered over percussive finger-picking drums. Incredible stuff. Logan describes this as a blend of folk, intimacy, and orchestral grandeur. Oh, yeah, we love it. We absolutely love it. Now, this is his first release. His career is just starting out, and he hopes that you're going to be along for the ride. I do too. This is the phenomenal debut single from the wonderful Logan Justice, and With Light.
It was fleeting, it was whispered in your eyes.
Logan Justice. And the incredible With Light. And my goodness, what a debut that is. Incredible introduction to this fresh, wonderful artist, Logan Justice. Absolutely love that. With Light, what an introduction, what a debut. Make sure you go ahead and support Logan Justice and that brand new debut release from what an exciting artist. And to think, Logan did that entire thing from his bedroom studio. Now that just goes to show you, right? That just goes. Any aspiring bedroom recording artists out there, anything is possible. And Logan Justice, I'm sure, inspiring a whole bunch of people with that wonderful release, With Light. And you can go ahead and stream With Light on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your music. Tidal, SoundCloud is where I discovered Logan Justice. And he is also on Insta, log.arhythm. So log.arhythm. And go ahead and catch up with Logan to see what is coming next. We cannot wait to hear what's coming next from this phenomenal breakout artist. Bridging a few genres, definitely got a kind of folky vibe to it. But I tell you what an awesome song that is. And we look forward to hearing more of you, hopefully very, very soon. Right back here on the Sound Remedy.
Your weekly cure to the common playlist.
Well, I tell you something, absolutely wonderful to have Logan Justice on the Sound Remedy, and the playlist potentially cured at this point with some of the wonderful artists that we've already been fortunate enough to feature right here on Sonic Scout, the only station dedicated to unsigned artists and emerging talent. And I'll tell you something, if you haven't already downloaded the app, make sure you go ahead and do so. So much exclusive stuff going on in the app, new updates coming continuously, and we are building something, baby. Sonic Scout becoming the #1 go-to spot for unsigned artists and emerging talent worldwide. Get your sound out there, get your ears in front of the next big sound right here on Sonic Scout Radio. And at the Sound Remedy, you know how we like to do it, right? We bridge a few gaps. I think we could put it that way. We bridge gaps that people are just too afraid to bridge, right? We're out there building those bridges that other people are just too scared to. And I'll tell you what, we've already kind of done that in and then some, haven't we? Kicking off with the incredible Sam Leo, moving over to Cornerstone with Sire and that incredible sound. And we've kind of been bouncing between like electro and the more kind of folky stuff so far on this week's Sound Remedy. And I think we're about to continue to do that. Oh yeah, we are bouncing back to the more, I guess this kind of bridges those gaps to a degree in terms of electronic and folky stuff. And we seem to have been bouncing around that so far in this Sound Remedy. And you know what? That is the greatest playlists, the greatest artists have that range, right? Mellow tracks that let you breathe, upbeat tracks to get you pumping and get you bouncing around the studio. It's like a musical diet. Too much of one thing, you're going to get bored. Too much of the other, and you're going to get overwhelmed. Balance is where the magic is. And that is what we're trying to do, not just at Sonic Scout Radio, but definitely on the Sound Remedy too. Now, I kind of discovered this artist again about a week ago, and I reached out to her. I was like, I'm loving your sound, and I think it would fit really well into this particular Sound Remedy. Fortunately, Yue was up for us putting her music into the show, and I tell you what, I'm so glad that she did. Yue's bio says that she sings like a memory. Her music blends lo-fi bedroom pop with cinematic Asian melancholy, quiet vocals, reverb guitars, blurry synths. She writes short poetic lines about childhood, old places, and love that didn't last. Every song sounds like a moment you replay in your head when the city gets too loud. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I discovered this song, like I say, around about a week ago. I listened to it a couple of times and I was like, yeah, I'm really feeling this. Now, if you want to go ahead and support Yue, the real Yue is where you can find her. Yue spelled Y-U-E-I. So make sure you go ahead and check her out. She's on Instagram. She's also on TikTok. And she's on SoundCloud, which is where you can find all of Yue's music. She's absolutely fantastic. We're so fortunate to be featuring her on this week's Sound Remedy. I hope you agree that she is an exciting artist and one to watch out for. This is Yue and Out of Focus.
The coffee cup is sitting on the coaster. I made it hours ago. I sat down to write a letter to you, but the sunlight hit the window. And then the dust motes started dancing like tiny stars in the room. And suddenly it's afternoon, and I haven't left this gloom. My brain is a browser with too many tabs, a highway with no maps. It's loud in here even when it's quiet, a private silent riot. I wish I wasn't born with these tangled wires and broken keys. I'm tired of the drift of this uncontrollable attention shift. I try to hold the camera still, but my mind moves against my will. I'm missing the scene, stuck somewhere in between. You let it all go deep. You were telling me a story yesterday. I swear I tried to hear, but I was looking at the way your jaw moves, and then you disappeared into a fog of noise and static. I nodded at the right time, but I felt like a pantomime committing a social crime. I wish I wasn't born with these tangled wires and broken keys. I'm tired of the drift of this uncontrollable attention shift. I try to hold the camera still, but my mind moves against my will. I'm missing the scene, stuck somewhere in between. They say just focus, just try harder, like it's a switch on the wall. But I'm chasing shadows down a never-ending hall. I'm exhausted, God, I'm so exhausted. Sorry I drifted again. I wish I
The wonderful Yue and Out of Focus. And wow, I tell you something, big things coming from Yue, I'm sure, in future. Make sure you go ahead and catch up with Yue, the real Yue, all one word, on Instagram and on SoundCloud, Y-U-E-I. If you want to go and catch up with more of Yue's stuff. And I'll tell you something, I think that there is definitely more to come, hopefully more to come right here on the Sound Remedy too from Yue. I think she's bridging a few gaps with that song. I know that there are a few other songs that are out there doing the rounds too. Pot Armor and Gatekeeper. There's a bunch of other tracks that Yue's pushed out onto SoundCloud. So make sure you go ahead and check her out. Hit her up on Instagram or on TikTok. Yue bringing that fresh, vibrant kind of, it's got a kind of a pop feel to it, but it's definitely kind of deeper and more accomplished, and I love the sound of it. I absolutely dig in that sound, so thank you so much for sharing that with us, Yue. And we hope to see you back here on the only station dedicated to unsigned artists and emerging talent, Sonic Scout Radio.
Only on Sonic Scout.
All right, and big shout out to UA with that wonderful bio too. Sings like a memory. We love that. Sounds like a moment you replay in your head when the city gets too loud. Absolutely phenomenal. And we're hoping that you're playing the sound remedy in your head when the city gets too loud. I know I most certainly do. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and download the Sonic Scout Radio app, because there is so much going on right now. Limited stuff on the website, and with big shout out to all of the website listeners. We can't do it without you, but make sure you go ahead and download the Sonic Scout Radio app for all of that brand new and exclusive content that's going to be coming very soon. Increased functions and things that you can do on the app that we just can't do on the website. So make sure you go ahead and download iOS or an Android, and we hope to see you there very, very soon on the Sonic Scout Radio app.
The Sound Remedy
with Danny D.
And don't forget also, if you've got the next big song, if you think that you've got the remedy, you need to hit me up and let me know about it. Danny@sonicscoutradio.com is the email address. You can submit your songs directly through the Sonic Scout Radio app too. Let us hear it. Let's get you curated and get you onto the Cure to the Common playlist right here with me, Danny D. We're bridging gaps, we're bending genres, we're putting all of this into a big musical melting pot and seeing what emerges. And so far, it's pretty beautiful, isn't it? We go around the houses every single week. And I tell you what, we're in the cul-de-sac of pioneering stuff right now on the Sound Remedy. Just coming off of the back of the incredible UA. And we're about to feature an artist that I've got a feeling one or two people might know who they are. And I'll tell you for why. Because we were fortunate enough to feature this artist just a few weeks back with a very different sounding song. This guy is eclectic. He bends genres. He's a phenomenal producer. He's a seriously good artist, a great songwriter. He's out there collabing with people. And the song that we're going to play for you is another collab, Flower Boy, who is also doing the rounds on SoundCloud. And you make sure you can go ahead and catch up with Flower Boy on SoundCloud. FLXW3RBOI is how you're going to be spelling Flower Boy. He's an incredibly talented producer, a great songwriter, and we're fortunate enough to be featuring another Flower Boy song in this week's Sound Remedy, because we're going to be picking up the pace just a little bit. I think that UA kind of brought a very positive energy back into the Sound Remedy this week, and we're going to keep the energy levels up a little, maybe with a bit more melancholic introspection this time around, which I think is kind of prominent in Flower Boy's sound. Now, I've been fortunate enough to have checked out quite a lot of Flower Boy's stuff. I've been chatting to him back and forth on SoundCloud. The guy can rap. He's definitely got his own thing going when it comes to the rap stuff. It's very poetic, very much like freestyling kind of ad-lib stuff, and very introspective and very deep stuff too, like incredibly deep. Well, Flower Boy has teamed up with another vocalist for this next song that we're going to be playing for you. The vocalist they've teamed up with is Silas, and I'll tell you something, these guys are working really well together. This song is bending a few genres too. I mean, you're going to have to hear it to know what I'm talking about, but I absolutely love it. This one song is like a sonic journey in itself. And we love to take you on the journeys, the good journeys, hopefully, not the ones where you're stuck in traffic and you're just like getting frustrated like Michael Douglas in Falling Down or something. There are a bunch of Gen Zers listening like, what are you talking about? But the kind of good journeys, you know, where the wind's in your hair and you're flying down the freeway and you're just absolutely loving life. Those kinds of journeys. That's the kind of sonic journey that we like to take you on. Well, I'll tell you what, this song in itself goes on a bit of a journey. I heard it for the first time just last week I was feeling it. I said to Flower Boy, yeah, we can definitely get this into the Sound Remedy. Flower Boy was more than happy for us to feature it. So once again, welcome back to the Sound Remedy, Flower Boy. It's great to have you back with us. This is Losing My Head, Part 2 by Flower Boy featuring Silas.
Wasted, I'll get high, I know I'll be fine, I know I'll be fine. Lay away with me until we're alright, until we're alright. Take away with me, I know we'll be fine, I know we'll be fine. Lay away with me until we're alright, until we're alright. Taking the drugs, I'm losing my head. Every single night I wake up, it's the same, I'm dead. Bottom bird says I'm losing my head, I'm losing my head. One more I'll be dead, I know I'll be dead, I know I'll be dead.
Flower Boy, Silas, Losing My Head, Part 2. And what a phenomenal song that is. We absolutely love it. Big shout out to Flower Boy. Bending genres, absolutely just so expressive, artistic, avant-garde. And lots of different influences that you can hear in that song, right from hip-hop to those kind of 808 and lo-fi samples kind of going on. Absolutely loved that song. And what a journey it goes on too. You know, highly emotive, very deep, very indicative of Flower Boy's broader style, where he's just kind of bringing these really emotive, introspective, melancholic vibes. Absolutely wonderful. We love Flower Boy's bio, particularly the last part. All my petals fell off a long time ago. Absolutely wonderful. We absolutely love it. Flower Boy, big shout out to you, and thank you so much for joining us once again on the Cure to the Common playlist right here on the Sound Remedy with me, Danny D, only on Sonic Scout Radio.
Only on Sonic Scout.
And if you want to catch up with Flower Boy, make sure you go ahead and do so. FLXW3RBOI on SoundCloud. You can find a wealth of stuff. Incredible range that this guy's got. Big shout out to Flower Boy. It is about that time though, everybody, isn't it? We've been on another Sonic journey. We've been way around the houses, kicking off with joint winners of Sound Remedy Song of the Week, the wonderful Sam Leo, the incredible Saya, and those two very diametrically different sounds that they bring. One with that kind of synthwave, shoegaze, dreamy vibe. A bit more upbeat. Absolutely love that song. Sam Leo's Flickers, and then the incredible arpeggio, falsetto, ballad, folky kind of vibes coming from the wonderful Saya with the incredible Cornerstone. We went a bit more electro again with Fly South and that incredible breakbeat vibe that he was bringing. And then we've just been around the houses, more folky stuff with Logan Justice. What a debut from Logan Justice. Incredible sounds from Yue, and of course the wonderful Flower Boy. But you know how we do it at the Sound Remedy, everybody. We close you down with the bangers. And that is what we're going to be doing right now. We've got a brand new banger, fresh out the box, still got the new vinyl smell from the wonderful Slim Blues. Make sure you go ahead and catch up with Slim Blues. Slim Blues Music on Instagram and on TikTok. Slim Blues on Spotify, all the big streamers. This is a brand new song just released in the last few days. I think it was last week it got released. Shout out to Slim Blues, always bringing the eclectic vibes. This is Orange Timer, Picture Brain from Slim Blues. Slim Blues. Orange Timer Picture Frame. Now available at all the big streamers. Slim Blues Music on Instagram. Make sure you go ahead and give them a follow. Thank you so much for joining me for the last 60 minutes. It's been another incredible journey and I can't wait to do it again with you. We'll see you next time for the Sound Remedy on the only station dedicated to unsigned artists and emerging talent, Sonic Scout Radio.
Only on Sonic Scout.